Welcome to this episode, where we'll be exploring implicit conversion in C#. Implicit conversion is a process that allows the conversion of a value from one data type to another without explicitly writing the conversion code. It's a very convenient feature in C#, especially when you're dealing with compatible data types. Let's dive in and see how it works. Implicit conversions, also known as automatic conversion, occurs when the C# compiler automatically converts one data type to another. This happens when the conversion is guaranteed to succeed without data loss or overflow. The most common scenarios is when you're working with compatible data types, such as converting an int to a double or a float to a double. For example, converting a smaller numeric type to a larger numeric type doesn't require any special syntax, because the larger type can easily accommodate the value from the smaller type. Let's see a few examples to understand this better. Let's start with a simple example of converting an int to a double. Since a double can store larger numbers and include decimal points, there's no risk of losing data when converting an int to a double. In this example, we have an int variable called myInt with a value of 10. We assign this value to a double variable called myDouble. The implicit conversion automatically converts the int to a double, and when we print myDouble, it shows 10. Let's have a look. But why does this work? The reason is that the double has more capacity than an int. The double can store larger numbers and also fractional values. So when you assign an int to a double, C# knows that the double can handle it without losing information. This is why the conversion happens implicitly. Implicit conversion isn't just limited to int and double. It can also happen between other numeric types, such as float to double, byte to int, and short to int. Let's look at another example. Here we have a float variable called myFloat with a value of 5.75. When we assign it to a double variable called myNewDouble, the conversion happens automatically. This works because, again, double can hold all the data that the float can, plus more. And let's have a look. Now, it's important to understand that implicit conversion only works when there's no risk of losing data. If there's a possibility of data loss, the compiler won't perform the conversion automatically. For example, you cannot implicitly convert a double to an int, because doing so could result in losing the decimal part of the value. For example, compiler gives us an error, and it tells us cannot implicitly convert type double to int. An explicit conversion exists. In this code, trying to implicitly convert a double to an int would result in a compile time error because converting 8.45 to an int would lose the 45. And C# won't allow that without your explicit permissions. For this, you will need to use an explicit conversion, which we'll cover in another episode. Implicit conversions are common in many scenarios. You'll often see them in arithmetic operations, assignments, and method calls where a method expects a larger or more flexible data type. Understanding when and how implicit conversion happens will help you write cleaner and more efficient code. To summarize, implicit conversion in C# is an automatic process where the compiler converts one data type to another without requiring explicit syntax from you. It works seamlessly when moving from a smaller to a larger compatible data type, ensuring that no data is lost during the process. Remember, implicit conversion is your friend when it comes to handling numeric types and simplifying your code. However, always be mindful of the data types you're working with to avoid unexpected results. That's it for this episode. I hope you now have a clear understanding of how implicit conversion works in C#. In the next episode, we'll explore explicit conversion. Thanks for watching and see you next time.